What if I told you that you can build all of these finance dashboard only with Excel and in under 10 minutes? Will you believe me? Well, I'll show you exactly how. And this is because now we have the power of Python in Excel. And with this, we can fully build automated dashboards in minutes. Yes, no more VLOOKUP struggles, no more static pivot tables. Just the power of Python inside your favorite tool, Excel. By the end of this video, you will be able to surprise your manager by creating these type of dashboards faster, smarter, and fully automated using Python in Excel. So let's start. Hi, my name is Christian Martinez, a finance professional passionate about data, automation, and AI-driven insights. I have worked with finance teams worldwide, and I know the pain of manual spreadsheets. But now, with Python in Excel, we can fully automate everything, keeping the simplicity of Excel and building astonished dashboards in minutes. Now, the first step that we will need is to be sure that we have Python inside Excel. I'll be giving you this file in the description below so that you can follow the instructions. But the first thing that you need to do is to make sure that you have Python inside Excel. Now, if you have, then you will be able to see in the formulas ribbon this part of insert Python. Another way that you can check it is by typing equal py, and then if it brings the formula of Python, then you will be having Python in Excel. Now, if you have this, then let's start building the dashboard. Now, in order to create this dashboard, what you will be needing is some data. I have already added in here below some dataset for you. So you can just follow along with this dataset. And then afterwards, you can replace it with your own data. The trick is to have the data inside a structure of Python called data frame. That's the first step. In order to do so, it's very easy. What you need to do is to type equal py, open brackets, and then select the data that you want to add. So let's say in this case, I want the KPIs. So I will go to the KPIs section and select that. Now, technically, if we do Control Enter after this, then this part would be busy at first, and then it will create the word data frame. If that happens to you, then congratulations. You have done your first Python in Excel code. Now, I want to make sure that this data frame is called df KPIs. You will see why a bit later. So copy this name and then go back to here, and then in front of the Excel, then you do paste, space equal, space Excel. And again, Control Enter, not just Enter. Now, this data frame will be called df KPIs. Now we will do one more together, and then you will need to do the other ones. So again, you can do first equal py, and then select, let's say, the costs. For this one is the supply chain costs. So this. Now I can go here and then go down, and I can go in front of the cell and then type already df costs. And as I was mentioning, df cost space equal space Excel, and then Control Enter. Now we're going to be doing all of this, and then we'll go to step number 2. Now you should have all of your data in data frames, and it should look like this. If you haven't, then go to the description below to get this file, and then you can follow along. Now the second step is to load the graphics. Now in order to do so, again, we will be using Python. I already have the code in here, and you will be getting it from me, and I will be explaining what exactly does it mean. But for now, what you need to do is to do equal py, open brackets, and then paste the code in there. Now, there's a few lines of codes that I will be explaining, but after pasting it, you just need to do Control Enter and make sure that it has the word image. Now, the next step is to right click in the work image and then do picture in cell and create reference, like this. Now, with this, you are basically creating this graphic already inside Excel, but using Python. And that's the first graph that we will be needing for our dashboard. We'll be repeating the same for all the other graphs, but let me explain to you a little bit of this code. So in here, we're basically creating this bar chart. You can fully customize either the color, the names that you have in here. For example, in this case, I wanted to have the number of the days, the title of the graph, supply chain costs, the fonts, and everything. In this code, we're basically creating that graphic, and we'll be showing you how to create other graphics as well. Now, the second graph that we will be needing is the weekly supply chain performance. So again, we will be doing equal py, open brackets, and then paste the code. Now, this one, same thing, we do Control Enter, and then would be the load the word image. Now, let's do that for all the graphs, and then we'll be watching them come live in front of us. Now, at this stage, you should have all of the graphs already here with the word image. And again, for each one of these, we will be doing exactly the same thing. So copy and pasting my code inside the cell with Python. Now, we need to make them come to life. So for each one of them, we need to right click, picture in cell, and then create reference. And I'll be showing you all of the graphics in here. So again, third one, right click, picture in cell, reference. And then now we have the KPIs and a couple more. Create reference, we have the box plot. Then we will have the heat map in here. And finally, the top graphics, the top factories. Perfect. Now, in here, you will have something that looks already similar to the dashboard that I showed you. Now, we need a couple more tweaks in order to create this dashboard. The first thing that you want to note is that we have this blue color at the back. Now, I made this in Canva, but I want to show you how to create it using a free tool, so PowerPoint. And I'll be showing you in here how. So basically, if you go to PowerPoint, you just need to insert a shape and then do a rectangle. And then I'll be copying the one that I created just to get the colors. Then we will need to go to right click and then format shape. And then in fill, we would do gradient fill. Then here, it's up to you, but if you want it to look more similar to the one that I did, then you can do linear, but then one of these directions. So either that one or this one. Now, again, to make the color look exactly the same as mine, then now you can go in here in the gradient stops, then select the color, and then right now I already have them here, but you can do eyedropper and then select, let's say, this color that I put. Then we'll go to the one all the way to the right, same thing, color, eyedropper, and then the purple that I was using. And then you just need to move these ones as well a little bit. Now, this is up to you on exactly how you want to create it, if you want to do these colors or different ones. And as well, what I did just was to shape format and then without outline. Now, for the title itself, which I already have in here, I basically use the font Avenir Next. So you can type in here the title of your dashboard. For example, and yes, this is a reminder to subscribe to this channel if you want more tutorials on how to use Python in Excel and AI. But let's go back to the tutorial. So now in here, you can have the same type of title, and we will just need to bring this as an image. So we copy, and then we bring to Excel. Now, I remove also the guidelines. So for doing that, I just have a shortcut already, but you can do view and then guidelines. So to make it look a little bit cleaner. And now the only thing that you need to do is to bring the graphs. So in here, in the demo, we have already all the graphs in here. So I'll just do the opposite and bring them there in order to show you. Now this one is completely up to you on the formatting of the dashboard. But if you want it to look exactly like mine, then for each one of the KPI of the graphs, then you would right click, and then in the picture format, you can change the picture border to black to make it look with a little border, a black border. And then you can just copy and paste each one of these ones. So we can send this to the back. And add all of our graphics. Now the exact order of these graphics would really depend on your exact use case and your exact preference. But this way, you can create the dashboard that I had, but now replicated with Python in Excel. And as I was mentioning, just in under 10 minutes. Now, I'll be giving you this file in the description below so you can have it and you can mimic what I did. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you.
3, 2, 1, let's go Excel. Python now in every cell. Learn this code, it's the new spell. Analysts have no need to tell. Charts